Hello, this is Beards and More. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, good to have you. Today I want to talk about a couple more beard scents that I have. I'm going to start off with the latest one that I got called Ignite. It is, let's see if it'll focus first of all. Can't tell. It has a very nice smell. Now, I personally, I'm not big on like the spicy, like the malt cider and the clove and that type of scent. That's not my jam. If it's light, I can tolerate it, but I don't like the real strong ones like that. The scent profile is fiery brimstone, veiled sandalwood, and turned earth. Now, the actual scent itself, I don't really get all of that. But it's very nice. I was actually very surprised because I didn't think I was going to like it. And what I always do is when I first get my scent, I'll take a drop of the oil and I'll rub it in the palm of my top of my hand, and just rub it in, and just let that get through the skin a little bit, mixed with your body's chemicals, and that's going to give you a more accurate feeling of what it's going to feel and smell like in your beard and on your face. Everybody's tolerances are different. That's why everybody in this world is different, because if we were all the same, it would be boring. What I like, you may not like, or I may like some of it, you may like it stronger. It's to each his own. Everything is subjectional, so that's why it's hard to condemn any scent or anything like that, because just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not good. Okay, but like I said, I was pleasantly surprised with the igniter. I ordered the oil, and I also have the balm. I used both, and like I said, I was very surprised. This is very rapidly being up there number 2 or 3 on my list. So, like I said, I was very surprised about that. If you've watched my other videos, my all-time favorite so far is the Wizard. I mean, to me, that is like the Hope Diamond. You know what I'm saying? That, for me, that's the top of the line in Fable's line. But that's for me. That's subjectional. So, so there's that. Like I said, I was personally a little leery because I don't like the spicy ones, but I actually ended up liking it. I really did. Now, I have another one here that I got. It was right before the Super Bowl. Fable had a special. If you made a purchase, if the Patriots won, you got a mystery not the oil, not the butter, but the darn it, now I can't think of it. But anyway, the balm. I'm sorry, I had a mind break there. So if the Patriots won, you got a mystery free balm. If the Seahawks won, you got a mystery beard oil. Well, my team, my favorite team, the Seahawks, did win the Super Bowl. Go Hawks. So I received a mystery beard oil. This one is called the Harvester. Now, as I just previously said, I'm not a big fan of the spicy scents. Um, I have not put this one in my beard yet because to me it's kind of like really, really borderline if I would even want to put it on. Um, but I will try it, and I'll give a further review on that. At some point I'll toss that in the lineup. But yeah, so that's that. And all their beard oils are the same as far as composition. You know, they have the same carrier blends. They have the same fragrance blends, just different scents. You know, but I mean, they don't. Each product doesn't have something different in it, so you can. If you buy one and you like it, you know you're going to get the same thing no matter what scent you buy. So that I like. And like I said, I also have the balm in that igniter, and like I said, you can see I've been using it. I do really like it because even though it was like when I smelled it, it was borderline, but when it was on my skin and in my beard, it actually was a lot lighter than I expected, and I didn't mind it. So that is one that I like. Now, something I want to touch on is, okay, I was I had a subscription where, you know, I bought a oil and a butter every month. Okay, and that's great. It's a nice way if you're interested in trying a lot of new stuff as far as the new scents and stuff. Uh, it's great if you want to collect for the artwork. That's great. What I realized, or I should say what I didn't realize when I initially started that, what you get in the monthly subscription, you're not going to get again. And I'm not knocking Fable at all because I'm still buying their products, but I am a person, first of all, I'm on Social Security, so I'm on low income. Uh, my wife's a paramedic, so they're underpaid. But anyhow, if you can afford to and you are willing to try and have products that you know you're not going to be able to get again, great, go for it. You know, go do it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a ripoff, don't do it, none of that kind of stuff, because I'm not like that. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. For me, I want to be able to buy products that when I get low, I want to be able to replace it if it's something that I like and that I'm using. So I decided, for me personally, I canceled my subscription, but each month or when I feel I need, I will buy what I want off the main site. And that was my issue. What is on their website is pretty much the regular stuff. Now, some of their seasonal stuff goes in and out, but as far as the all-day scents, they're pretty much stay the same unless they add one, or maybe one they decide to take one out and just totally do away with it. But like I said, for me, I need to be able to buy product that I can replenish. And that was my issue. So trust me, I'm not knocking the company. I'm not knocking the system. It just didn't work for me. Like I said, I want to be able, if I fall in love with something, darn it, I want to be able to buy it again. I want to be able to use it. So, like I said, if you can afford to do that each month and you just want to experiment with 100 or a couple hundred different scents, great, go for it. I'm just on a budget where I can't afford to do that. I mean, I know they will replace something if you don't like it, but what's the point if you can't replenish it down the road? For me. So, like I said, when I made my initial video, the short that I made describing what I was doing, I will not ever bash any company because there's just too much out there. And like I said, everything is discretionary, everything is subjectional. What works for one person doesn't work for another. So there's no sense in sitting on YouTube or any of the Instagrams or Facebook or whatever to sit and bash people. It's just not worth it, And it's not good for anybody. So I like Fable. I still like the products. So I'm still going to be a buyer. So Fable, Colin, if you're watching, I'm still buying because I still like it. So I wanted to get this video out because it's been a little bit. It's been, we had a couple snowstorms and dealing with some other issues in life. Getting ready to do a construction project on the house, and my wife was in a vehicle accident, nothing serious, so she's fine. But life just got in the way, so it took me a little longer to get this video. And the weather hopefully is going to be turning soon, so I am going to be, once that happens, I'm going to be starting to get into trying to do some cooking and smoking videos. Cause, I barbecue, I smoke. That's pretty much all I do all summer long. I just love it. I've been cooking since I was a kid, and I've cooked in restaurants and stuff. So, and now that I did take up a hobby as far as airbrushing, and I was starting to get good at it. And then, of course, I had a medical issue, and I have nerve damage in my left hand, and I'm left-handed. So I can't control the airbrush to a degree that I'm happy with. So most of my airbrushing stuff is sitting dormant. But that's life, I guess. But anyway, I wanted to get this video out because it's been a little bit, and I want to work on getting more out. But figured I'd get these two out and go over what my feelings on this subscription thing was. So, if you like this, and like I said in the first main video, pardon my voice, it's just something that I have to live with. If it bothers you, I understand. If you can tolerate it and you like the content, drop a comment down below. I'll read everything and I'll respond. As long as it keep it clean, keep it, everything according to standards. I will read and I will respond if needed, or if I feel I should. But yeah, so looking forward to getting some more of these videos out. I have a couple others that I'm going to review as well. I'll make another video on that. I'm trying to keep the videos fairly short. So rock what you got and have a great day.